If there's one thing that The Lost Village has going for it, that is the mystery genre. The mystery it has built up for all these episodes since the very beginning, constantly making us question what is going on? Who is going to die? Will the entire cast get slaughtered? What is this village? Is it really a village where people disappear? What is going on? So many questions. And it's kind of strange. The episode that gives us so many answers tends to be the worst episode of them all. And I gotta say, this episode was a train wreck. Not just a small train wreck, not a train wreck that was kind of like Habaneri where you have the train bouncing, but this was a train wreck to where the tunnel's too small, the train's too big, it's going, it has 40 carts attached to it, it hits the entranceway, and you have a 40 cart pileup while the train's still trying to truck through the damn hole when it's way too fucking big. So that's the type of episode we have here. Now you're probably wondering, okay, so what do you not like, Chibi? Well, it mainly comes down to the execution of this episode. For one, I think it comes down to how many backstories got just jammed on in, pretty much reference to the train, how many backstories got jammed on into the tunnel, and there wasn't enough time to emphasize these characters' growth, make us care about them, and make it a meaningful episode. The main point of the episode, I understand the main point. The main point of the episode was to showcase that whatever this creature is or whatever is going on here, anybody, whatever fears they have, it gets manifested into the physical realm and they get to see whatever their true fears are. For instance, you have it to where getting laughed at, or bees, and, execution, different things like that. For instance, your fears become reality, and that's what you see in here. And I understand the main point. That was the main point of the episode. And overall, when it came to the progression of the episode, there was next to none. And the backstories we got, some were okay, but when it came to how we kind of flip-flopped back and forth to different, backstories back over and over again, it just made this episode a mess. It was poorly executed when it came down to the very basics of this episode. There wasn't enough time spent on all these characters that were showcased, and I think it comes down to how big the cast is. The Lost Village has 30 plus fucking characters, and I've already expressed my viewpoints on this with the first episode and second episode and all that. The cast is too big, and when a cast is too big, it gets bloated to where there's characters you just don't care about, they don't mesh well, or you just don't even remember their names, which I still don't remember. Majority, about 99.99% of the cast, I still don't remember their names, because, yeah, I remember them by their actions. For instance, Glasses Boy, to fucking Love Pond, Execution, to the bland main character, to Ghost Girl. I remember that type of stuff, but when it comes down to their overall names, I don't. And the main thing is that The Lost Village, it has too few episodes and not enough time to give proper stories to all these characters to make it count. And I feel like that was an oversight when it came to the production team when they started making this series. Now, I'm not saying that, The Lost Village could pull itself out of this hole. I'm not saying, it's dead as fuck and it's not going to pull itself up. I'm just saying, with this episode, it was poorly executed, and it shows when you have too big of a cast, it can cause a problem. And that's exactly what is going on here. Because now you have it to where the writers of the series, or I guess the main writer or the production team, they try to fit in all the backstories into one episode because they realize they have too many fucking characters, so they have to put 6 characters backstory in a 20-minute episode, which does not work. And the best way to possibly give good development for characters is to have an entire episode focused on them, maybe even a mini arc. But sometimes if the studio is talented, they could make, for instance, 2 characters have the spotlight of one episode and give proper development. I've seen it done before, but sadly enough, you cannot, it has to be a miracle to be able to accomplish 5 to 6 characters getting development in a 20-minute episode, and even then, the plot was kind of non-existent throughout this entire episode. So it's kind of ironic. The episode that reveals so much, reveals some things that we've been questioning, is the worst episode so far of the series, and I don't know what to say, because, I've loved the atmosphere of the series. I've loved the mystery genre. I've loved what we've gotten so far. I've loved it. Even though Love Pond's questionable, everybody's kind of stupid when it comes to Love Pond. You have this girl say, execution, and they're not putting her down, but, still. Besides that, however, It's been a very good series so far. I mean, it's not been the best, obviously, but it's been enjoyable. And this episode clearly had a lot of issues and hiccups, and I really hope this is not a start of a reoccurring theme we're going to see for the rest of the episodes. For instance, getting to see characters get backstories real quickly, like, shoveled in, but then you have it to where we get to see their fears and when the episode ends. I hope that does not happen. And another thing, too, when it came to overall the reveals and certain things going on, especially with the ghost, you know, one of our main female characters being a ghost, that was kind of already hinted at with last week's episode, but on top of that, though, I just feel like it kind of just... it came out of nowhere because of the research from the girl that was doing her prior research to the entire event. I mean, she's like, oh, this is the last article on her, and it just pops up out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, did you not... you want to show us how you found this, like, when you went back to research, you know, that'd have been nice, just getting to see a 30-second scene of her researching back into whatever happened in the articles and stuff to find out some mysteries, but we didn't even get to see that. She decides to bring it up now when things are starting to go down, so, anyways, this episode of The Lost Village, it's shaky. It's definitely shaky, and I just hope this isn't, you know, the episode where it continuously goes straight downhill. Hopefully it kicks itself back up and it continues to get better. Hopefully it doesn't go back down again, but we'll have to see how it handles these other characters that are probably going to get development. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about this week's episode of The Lost Village? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? How do you feel about the reveals? How do you feel about the backstories being just shoveled all in with like 5 to 6? It was way too much, and honestly I laughed at some of them. I mean, when it came to the big blob fucking mutated crab monster thing. Oh, fucking. Oh. And then the bees and stuff. I'm like, the bees! Not the bees! Not the bees! 10 points if you get the reference. So, yeah. Overall, episode just like, if you like it, you like it. Yeah, I'm not putting you down. If you like this episode, go ahead and love this episode. I'm not putting you down for it. You will have all rights to like this episode. Now, I know many are going to be asking, am I dropping it? No, I'm not dropping the series. Don't worry. I'm going to watch next week's episode. I'm going to put a video out on it. Depending on how it goes, I might rant. But I will say, no, I have not dropped the series. It's not that level of retardation like Big Order. So don't worry. Don't worry. It's not that level of just, oh, you touched my ribbon. I'm pregnant now. No. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.